defense. Welcome to the Fantasy Gridiron Live Show. I'm Paul Greco, soon to be joined by Tony Sincata, and filling in for Marky C. It's his partner, Mr. Mike Rui. We're bringing it to you live right here on Blog Talk Radio's Fantasy Sports Channel each and every Sunday from 10 to 11 a.m. If you missed last week's show, you missed a whole bunch of great information. We nailed a lot of picks last week, helping out a lot of players, just like you looking into the camera right now. But let's get it started right here. Let's get some quick notes. I'm going to play Weatherman for a second, so here we go. Today in the weather, what we got going on is a lot of precipitation. We got some precipitation over here, and then some precipitation over here, then some precipitation up on the top. 100% precipitation all over the United States. Be very, very, very wary. It's raining out there. So there you have it. That is your weather report. It's going to be wet, fellas, wet and rainy, so make sure you guys take a look at your fantasy teams and making sure you're playing the best matchups because it's rain all over the U.S. But right now, let me welcome in Mr. Tony Sincata. He brings it to you live each and every week with the most enthusiasm on the radio. Let's hear it go.
His charm is so contagious, vaccines have been created for it. He is the only man to ever ace a Rorschach test. Every time he goes for a swim, dolphins appear. Alien abductors have asked him to probe them. His legend precedes him, the way lightning precedes thunder. He is...
Tony freaking Sincata. Tony, good morning. Another great Sunday right here at the Fantasy Gridiron Live Show. What's going on, brother man?
Well, today's a day where it should be, not a big day for me as I have a lot of first-round buys locked up, but it is a big day for me today because with my fellow host at Blog Talk Radio, I will go undefeated in the Blog Talk Radio's host league today. Mark Ronix in the chat room. He's got beaten me by me twice. I hope he sticks around to get beat 3 times, baby. Mark Ronix for Reality Football is going to go down to me 3 times in the same season.
Oh, you know what's funny? You got him. I'm going up against Jersey Hitman in our AFFL league. Jersey looking to knock me out. Jersey trying to get a little bit of inside information right here on the Fantasy Gridiron Show. Hey, Jersey, look at the camera, bro. Look at the camera. Here we go. Ready? Jersey, I called it last week with the Jets. I said the Tennessee Titans were going down, my friend. It is you now. It is you, Jersey Hitman, that will be going down in the AFL league. Right here. You heard it. You heard it. This is not the Jersey Hitman Show this week. This is Fantasy Gridiron Live. Now, again, like I mentioned, Mark is on vacation with his family, doing some kind of Disneyland trip. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something, Tony. Next week, you and Mark will be hosting the show because I will be at the airport on my way to Viva Las Vegas. That's right. I'll be in Las Vegas to cover the baseball winter meetings, but I will be on the show, but you guys will be hosting. So let me welcome in his partner, Mr. Mike Lee. Mike, good morning. Welcome to the program. Glad to have you a part of Fantasy Gridiron Live. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Paul. Glad to be here. Let me just say, Disneyland, Vegas, both the happiest places in the world, huh?
Yeah, hey, no doubt, except mine, you can actually, play with those that are playing the mouse and the goose. It's going to be a great, great bunch of fun. So let's get right to it, folks, because, again, a lot of stuff going on. Let's get all the information out to you guys right now. You guys want to call into the show. You guys have been listening each and every week. You know what to do. We'll give you guys a number right here, 646-716-9118. But where we differentiate ourselves from everybody else is we give you the information. You guys can text the show right here, 210-685-5098, or hit us up at fantasygridironlive@yahoo.com. And without further ado, let's go right to the phone lines, fellas, from the 609 area code. You are on the Fantasy Gridiron Live Show with Paul, Mike, and Tony Scott. Yo, guys. Good morning. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing, man? It's Al from New Jersey. I'm your first call the last couple of weeks. You guys are great as usual. 10-2 in the other league, 6-6. You told me to go with Breeze last week, guys. Because I have Warner. We always talk about that. You did me right with Breeze. He lives up there. Jacobs kind of scared me a little bit. I know you had some inside information on that. Was able to get Bradshaw in at 2:30 when Jacobs decided not to play. So, like I said, you guys have done me well. I'm 6-6 in the one league. Need some advice this week to make the playoffs. I'm up 50 to 19. Because Warner gave me 21. I went with him because I only had him. and I got 29 from the Cowboys defense. Question I have is, I guess I'm going to use Moss and probably Steve Smith because I have Avery and Royal. Those guys might be banged up. But what my question is number one, is Jacobs going to be playing? And also, my tight end situation, I have Heath Miller and Mercedes Lewis. I need to know which one of those two to play, and also either Vinatieri or Longwood as my kicker. And I really appreciate your help.
Okay, Vinatieri, Longwell. I got Miller or Mercedes, but you broke up a little bit there on the Jacobs question. Who else did you have?
Yeah, Jacobs. And I got Thomas Jones starting, but also is Jacobs going to be gone? Is he going to be playing? Because my backups are running back besides Jacobs. I'm really thin. I have Pierre Thomas, and I have Chester Taylor. So I'm kind of really weak at the, if Jacobs doesn't go. Is Jacobs a go for today for sure?
Right now, he's expected, but he's not going to be 100%. That's what I got as early as about 6 o'clock this morning. But again, that was early. He wasn't even in the dressing room, the locker room, but my boys were already there. Again, I work in the phones starting at 6:30 in the morning. But right now, he's expected to play. He got Amar Bradshaw, who's probably going to be out. I mean, he was in a neck brace yesterday. So the Giants going to be thin. So I'm looking for Brandon Jacobs to go and have a split role today. I mean, going up against Washington Redskins team is going to be kind of a tough game for them. So, yeah, I think he's going to go. Again, listen to reports as it comes down because nothing's come out so far. My guys in the locker room haven't said anything. So, again, I'm calling these guys at 6 in the morning when they first get into work. So, right now, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. I got to get these guys and get the information. So keep an eye on the Jacobs situation now. I go with Miller over Lewis at your tight end, and Vinatieri or Longwell. Both playing outdoors, so it's going to make things kind of tough. Both are playing in 100% precipitation, like I told you guys earlier today. But if I'm going with consistency, I think I'd rather go with Vinatieri in Cleveland rather than Longwell. I think he'd probably get a little bit more points. I'll go turn it over to you, Mark. But at your wide receiver, yeah, Moss and Smith, definitely a go. Now, I don't know if you heard, but, they're talking about Jake Delhomme and how his elbow's starting to wear down. He had the Tommy John surgery last year. But, Smith is the best option. We said it last week, go with Smith. We got to say it again, go with Smith. So, I turn it over to you, Tony. What do you got? What are your thoughts on Miller and Lewis, Vinatieri, Longwell?
Yeah, I'm definitely going Heath Miller there. On the Brandon Jacobs thing, that was a good point by Paul. I think he's going to have to play today because Bradshaw looks like he's iffy. With the Moss and Smith, I expect both to be around the same, but I don't think New England will be able to run the ball against that Pittsburgh defense today, so I think for some opportunities there for Moss, and of course I'm going to go with Vinatieri as he'll have more opportunities against that Cleveland defense there, but I think that's a tight call as well. So Moss and Smith, it's a toss-up. I'm going to go with Moss based off of the 3 touchdowns last week and take a shot there and hope they keep the ball rolling.
All right, Mike, this is your first opportunity. What do you got, brother?
Well, just to touch on the Brandon Jacobs situation, he did fully participate in practice on both Thursday and Friday, and I agree with both you guys. I think he's in there against Washington. As for the tight end position, you got to go with Heath Miller, bigger red zone threat there. He could get you a quick 6 with a nice touchdown. As for the kicker, I'm going to agree with you guys also. Adam Vinatieri, I think Indy goes into Cleveland and stomps that Cleveland defense, so look for him to have a pretty solid day.
There you go, brother. That's what we're going with.
Hey, guys, I thank you very much. You guys are class as usual. It's been my 4th week, and like I said, I need this win to make the playoffs. The other one, I've already clinched the division. And again, I thank you for your extra information, and enjoy your Sunday. Best of luck to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. Have a fantastic fantasy football Sunday. That's how easy it is right there, folks. Pick up the phone, dial 646-716-9118, or again, you guys can hit us up on the text. We take text all the way through the show, or you guys can email us. We give you plenty of opportunities to get your question answered. So, with that, we go right to the text, guys. It says, from the 228 area code, huge must-win week for me. Thomas Jones is my number 1 running back. Do I go with D'Angelo Williams or Ryan Grant as my number 2? D'Angelo Williams or Ryan Grant? What's your thoughts, Tony Sincata?
Yeah, that's a tough one there. I'm going to go with D'Angelo Williams. He's been hot against that Green Bay defense. Ryan Grant gets a ton of opportunities, but it's only been the last couple of weeks where he's actually turning them into some points. D'Angelo Williams is on fire. Stewart's been on and off with that boot. I'm going with D'Angelo Williams in that matchup.